is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is May 3rd. So on May 3rd, I have decided to scraplift Tisa Brown Creates. So I will have her linked down below. She has a YouTube and an Instagram channel. She is awesome, and she makes the most gorgeous things. So I had a little bit of a hard time picking one, but I ended up with this one that you see in the upper left-hand corner, and I am going to follow it almost identical. I'm not using the same collection, but it's very, very close. So I am starting with the Flourish collection because I still had it on my desk, and I am doing the house paper for the background, and then I tore another piece just like she had done, and then I am going to tear another piece of white. Now I end up tearing it too short, but I don't realize that initially. And I'm going to use 3 photos instead of the 2. So this was our trip to Charleston, and this is the oldest, America's oldest liquor store, it says. It was established in 1686. So it was just really cool. It had a sign out. We didn't actually go in. We just kind of peeked as we walked by, and then we looked. They have some really old bottles there in the window, and so I wanted to get all 3 of those photos on. So I leave 2 of them 4x6, and I put them a little cattywampus just like Tisa did. And then where she has that floral cluster is where my 3rd photo is going to go. So I am going to take a couple of papers from the Flourish collection, and I am going to wonkily back the 2 4x6s. So I'm just using my scraps on that. And then with the smaller photo of the sign, I am going to, excuse me, I am going to evenly mat around all of that. So, here is where I was like, okay, maybe my white's not quite long enough. So she has a band, and I opt for this band of pattern paper. And you can see that when I add that and my photos, that white paper is just not long enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attach this piece, and then where the join is where I will trim it, so that you never even know that that's not one cohesive piece of paper. So here I am. I'm just going to mat those couple photos. I love using scraps to mat photos. The more paper, the better. I love layers upon layers, and I do like a nice, evenly stacked, layered photo, but I do think that I prefer just random size pieces to go behind my photos. I think I do that probably more than just the even matting, and I don't know why. There's not really a method to my madness there. So I do tend to, I've noticed that when I do a bunch of layering behind my photos, the last layer that I do is kind of an even mat all the way around. So it like holds all the chaos in. And not always, but I would say a good majority of the time that definitely is what happens. So now that I've got all of that matted, I can start focusing on my stencil work, I think. almost. So the stencil I am going to use is from Scrapping Reflections. It is called, I think it's the Polka Dot stencil. And I don't know what stencil Tisa used. I meant to go and actually watch the video. Sometimes when I am scrap lifting somebody who has a YouTube channel, I will actually kind of scrap along with them because I think it's fun to hear their process as well. I think this night I was just, I don't know what I was listening to, honestly. Probably just trying to catch up on some videos because I have not had the amount of time lately that I have preferred to have to watch all my friends. So this is the Polka Dot stencil from Scrapping Reflections, and I am using some Distress ink. This is in Evergreen Bow, and I'm just using the little dauber that comes from Tim Holtz, and I'm doing some areas darker, some areas lighter. I really like that effect, and it looks like Tisa did that as well. Hers actually looks like she may have added some texture paste to it also, because she has a little bit extra dimension. So here I'm going to trim off that extra area, and then I can attach this, I guess you would call it a band or a shelf. Basically, it's going to hide my join. And I love how it's coming together. I love all the pattern papers. There is so many pieces of pattern paper on this layout, and it makes me so happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 8 or 9 pieces of pattern paper on here. So that makes me super happy. Totally fighting with my adhesive. Like, I think everybody does that, right? I did buy a new tape runner today. I really went in for refills, but they didn't have any refills. So I just got another tape runner for now. My other ones I've had for a long time, and they're held together with washi tape. And I'm like, why am I doing this? They're like $2.50. It's super cheapy. And I don't have an issue with the adhesive staying on. So I don't know if I just put on like a lot more. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to pop on my title. I don't know where these stickers are from, but I loved this that said here and now. And I put it in the exact same spot that Tisa put hers. And I just love the title. It just makes sense. Like, it's still here now. I don't know. I was excited to find it. It's funny how little things like that excite you, right? So I have the project pad for this Flourish collection as well. Like, I have a lot of Flourish. Like, there's just, it's an excessive amount. So I'm happy to get some more of it used up. So I do get quite a bit of stickers on this layout. So I change out the little gold and for an ampersand. So I just take that little and I put it up in the left upper hand corner. 2 stickers up there. One says sunshine, one is a banner sticker. I added the peacock because, you know, why not? Because he's cool. Added some lemons, and then I am creating a cluster down in the bottom lower hand corner, just like Tisa did. So I have a cluster at the top like she did. I like even my clusters, I did like her because it just was perfect. So the bottom cluster has a floral and a camera, a piece that says remember this, and then she looks like she typed out her journaling in strips. And I don't really have anything to say about this. It's all pretty much self-explanatory on that small photo. So I decided to use some tiny word stickers to kind of represent the journaling. So one says celebrate this day, one says bloom where life plants you, one says one of a kind, one says today was a 10. So that is my layout. I am going to finish it off with some Spiegel Mom Scraps sequins. They're from December of 2020, so they're old, but they have a beautiful green and yellow in there that matches the collection perfectly. So I am going to scatter those in all 3 of my cluster areas. And that is going to do it. I add some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive and I use my crystal katana to pick it up and squish it down. And that tool is awesome. I love that tool. So this is going to be my layout. I do have a couple of close-ups for you so you can kind of see that stenciling there. A little bit of the clustering with the sequins, and then the full layout again. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. Please give some love to everybody in the description box. I tried to separate it out by what day somebody might be playing. And most of all, please go give Tisa Brown Creates some love because she is awesome. So remember to wear your crown, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.